is going to be looking at strategies for business growth. Those of us that are already in business, how can we grow the business? So he's still going to come back again, but for now, let's invite Mr. Spencer. Thank you very much, sir.
That's it. Thank you. Sorry, I'm a very shy person. I don't. If you don't see me looking up, forgive me. Firstly, I'm sorry I came late. It's not my habit. I was stuck in traffic before getting here. I actually missed my way like 2 times, so I'm very very sorry about that. Dr. Tony Ofoyeto is very kind. I must be honest. It's a privilege to be in your midst today. So if anybody that will be learning, it will be me. So I'll be learning from you rather from me to you. So we'll be sharing ideas. We'll be trying to understand all the terminologies we'll be using. Uh, Thank God the first speaker and the second speaker have dealt so much into what we need to know. The first speaker did talk to us about businesses, and the second speaker came up with savings and investment. Before I go into my own paper, because my own paper is more like just a summary, if you wish to understand, it's just a summary of what has been said so far. Sorry, did I even say my name again? Sorry, my name is still Stephen Iriwugbe. I'm from Edo State, but I grew up here in Lagos, so I can understand Yoruba as much as most of you. So going back to my paper, strategies for business growth. Before we discuss strategies for business growth, the first speaker talked about businesses. I'm sure a lot of us have been having ideas. Okay, I've been in business. A lot of us have been in business one way or the other. For people like us, we've carried tuber of yam and the rest on our heads to hawk in the streets of Lagos. I'm sure a lot of us have done that. And we are still doing businesses till tomorrow. But why have we not changed? Why are the likes of Dangote where they are? Why are the likes of Whatever are where they are? The simple answer is strategies. You must have what we call a strategy. It is not enough you wake up 6 in the morning, leave your house, forgive me please, and you go out toiling here and there, and you come back late in the night, and there's practically nothing to show for it. So the answer is what? Strategies. That's why you can see someone who you have left in the house. You have left home 6 a.m. He's still there sleeping. You are back, you have met him again, and you're wondering, lágbájá ò ní kàn ṣe ni. And you might be shocked that person is doing well than you. And when you hear it, he has bought a car. Yahoo yahoo ló ń ṣe. Ó ṣògùn owó ni. You are wrong. Even yahoo yahoo, you need what? So whatever you are thinking, don't think you're on the wrong path. The problem with a lot of businesses that we have today, I've not actually entered my paper. I'm just trying to, make us understand what we have been saying so far. Whatever you want to do must come from your mind, inner passion. Why is Dangote not tired? You've heard the man. I'm sure a lot of us have heard his interviews. He loves what he does with a passion. And that is why he looks for new ground to break. Why? Because of that passion. I will succeed where no one has succeeded. And that is the passion I want us to have first in this mind. That we are gathered here, we are talking about what? Our passion. I'm sure you got up and decided that, no, let me spend these few minutes, spend these few hours to understand this passion I have. No matter what you think you are doing, you must have passion for it. Whether you are playing ball on the streets, have passion for it. Whether you are sweeping ground, have passion for it. Like a saying goes, if you are the sweeper and you sweep so well, let it be said that you swept that place very, very well. Do you understand my point, sirs? So I'll be diving into my paper, and my paper is simple. It's called Strategies for Business Growth. So we've talked about businesses, we've talked about investment. So we are now going to be talking about what are strategies. So before I throw in the word strategy, I want us to understand it because I'm sure a lot of people are saying, I've been hearing it. What is actually the word strategy? I don't know if my paper is up so that we can see it. Okay. Key is defining business. Up, I think strategy comes before it. Yes. Strategy. We said that strategy is a long range, comprehensive plan. If you've been listening to our second presenter, she's been hammering on plans, long range, comprehensive plans or methods designed to achieve what? Specific high level goals. So it's not small thing. It's not like I just want to do this thing. No, you must sit down. Habakkuk 2. Even Dr. Tony had to tell me, talk small about the Bible now. I said, do we need to preach? So if you read Habakkuk 2, it says, write it down. Let it be plain and bold. That is what that word is saying there. So whatever you're looking for is already in the Bible that we've been studying. That write your goals, let it be specific, so that it will hit a high level. Often other certain conditions involve skillful deploying what? Resources. And what are those resources? That money you've been keeping. That sweat you've been given. Resources. So you need to sit down and say, okay, this little money I have, this program that I want to do, when do I start? If you listen to my colleague, I will like calling her Plan B. She said something. A boy came to her and said, in 5 years' time, I will be free. What would I do? And the strategy given to him was very simple. Start saving. I am sure the boy already knows what he's going to do in future once he has something in hand. His fear was, how do I get this something in hand? And the strategy was start saving. So we've understood the word strategy, if I'm correct. We said you must what? Sit down to plan. And that's where we all get it. That if you can sit down, think about it, like the word Habakkuk told us. Sit down, write it down. Plain as you can see it, you are heading somewhere. And in everything, you will see that planning comes first. It is not by mistake that planning comes first. Because if you fail to plan, how do we say it? You plan to fail. Go. Remember, I told you what strategy will do for you is to lead you to that specific goal. And that is what effectiveness is emphasizing. Specific goal to be accomplished. Works efficiently, practically, not just in theory. It is not just about writing it, it's about practicalizing it. I wake up 6 a.m. diligently. I come back 9 p.m. diligently. For what? Do you understand where I'm going to? Am I communicating with people? All right, the next last one is the word business. Can you please help me with the word business there? I put on business. Business. An organizational entity engaged in what? Commercial, industrial, or professional activities to earn, mark that word, to earn a profit. That is why we are all in business. Take it or leave it. The essence of you waking up 9, 6, whatever time is to make this word profit by producing or selling goods and services. You can see that you are not left out. In any little way, it has captured you there. Either you are producing or you are rendering a service. And they talked about the types of businesses right there. You can see it. Businesses can be broken down to sole proprietorship, which leads to large corporations or what you call big corporates. You start small, you lead to big organizations. Seek to satisfy the needs while aiming for financial gain. So the whole essence of kitakita tanshi, the essence of why we are here is to gain or earn profit. So if you're in a business and you've been doing it, it's time for you to reflect. What am I doing it for? Am I making gain? That's why the English people have brought the word break even. And what does break even mean? It's simple. Once you know I spend 1,000 naira and I do not bring back that 1,000 naira at the end of the day, mo kàn ṣe wàhálà kẹ́ni. Sorry, forgive me for using that word. So you must be able to tell yourself the open truth. Every business. That's why you will see some people say they'll write it there. No credit today. Come back. It's simple. Because they are there to make profits. So you need to tell yourself that I have a business which we have identified. We have a strategy which we have identified. How effective is that strategy? And we quickly go to the ones that concerns us. And from that strategy, you will see us. Next slide, please. Talking about growth, which why we are here. You've identified the strategy, you have identified how effective you want that strategy to be, and you know the business you are. So what is growth? That is why you have called me. Every one of us wants to grow. There's a local saying, I don't, from small, I don't reach here now, I don't grow. We always say it. No matter how small. When somebody offend you, say, I'll not be your mate, I'll grow past you. You are trying to say you what? It's a simple word, maturity. That you have attained maturity. So in business, it's the same thing. You have been doing one particular thing for 15 years. You have been doing one thing for 20 years. Have you attained maturity? Have you really grown? So you are the only one that can tell yourself if you have grown. Why do we say agbaya? It's simple. Because you do not see growth in that person. It applies to business. Everything we do is the same thing. So if you know you want to grow, you must have a strategy. You must have a plan. And that is why I'm going to be telling you how to utilize it, which is my next slide. Now, you have grown. You have told yourself you have grown. What is my strategy for growth? And those strategies for growth starts with market penetration. It's very simple. What is a market penetration? And that is what every organization uses. Before they set up any businesses here, they look at what is peculiar to this place. How do I gain entrance into this place? I'm sorry, I'm sure Dr. Ofoyeto have told you people I'm a banker, and that's what bankers will do. We say, this place, there must be prospects. What are the prospects there? Our manager will ask us, what prospects are you identifying there? Market penetration. You want to know what you are rendering, whether it's product or a service. It can amaze you how a small factory like a pure water business will grow in this kind of an area. And you ask me why? We buy water. Whether you want or not, you will buy water. Is that not a business? But if you don't set it up and you do not have a good plan, will it last? It won't. You will crumble. So you need to know, okay, fine, I have identified my business, which doctor have talked about. I have savings, which my sister have talked about. How do I penetrate this market? Do I go big? Do I go small? How do I enter market penetration? So you need to have that as your number one plan. How do I penetrate this market? Once you have that at the back of your mind and you are able to do that, you know that yes, you are in the market. Next word. Market what? Development. And market development simply says expanding into geographical place. If you have not well established the first place, which is the market penetration, can you expand? Some people will say, oh no, I've been expanding, I've opened shop here. Especially if you are familiar with the Eastern people, the way they trade, you will know they have a way of expanding. I will give you an illustration. If you go to Ladipo today, there's nothing you are looking for that you won't find. Am I right or wrong? But is it in one shop? But you notice that once you enter one man's shop and you make mention of one thing, he will tell you, sit. It's expansion. He knows he doesn't have it. But rather than lose you as a customer, he will diversify. He will go search for it for you. So what am I saying? You need to know how to collaborate. You need to know how to plan and know that, okay, fine, I don't have this, but my other colleagues have it. Yes, they are your competitors. There are times when competition is very good. Competition is good when you know that, okay, what I have is more superior to the other person, and you brag with it. I'm sure you've heard it. Once you enter any person's shop and you say, oh, I'm looking for this, and he knows he can sit everywhere, you say, no, might not be China. Now original. Hold and make you feel am. What are they trying to do? Do you understand where I'm going to? So the next word we're going to is product development. Well, product development, market development are all intertwined. And so what does product development do? Introducing new product outside the one you have done, because you need to identify that, okay, I'm selling this right now. People have been coming to ask me for this. So you begin to think of how to add that to yourself. You might not practically be the one producing everything. It's not possible. And that is why we have raw materials and finished products. You cannot practically have everything, but you must learn to do the next thing. Next slide. You must learn to have strategic what? And that is when I say competition. Sometimes it's very good. So that when you have this strategic partnership, forget all the big grammar, it's a simple thing. It's partnership, it's friendship, it's collaboration. Don't see yourself as a standalone. If you note Dangote came into the petroleum business. He probably didn't even start with one single what is filling station. But right now he has filling stations. I am sure people are aware. It's how to think it out. Because he has got the product. So he's looking for what we call partnership. So when you're in business, you need to have this at the back of your mind. I have this right now in this area. Market penetration. How do I begin to expand and grow? Collaboration. So you're looking for other avenues, what other people have or what they want. Then we move to the next one, internal or organic growth. Growth is always a synonymous word that we use often with everything. You cannot remain stagnant. We pray that you must grow. And that is why growth is always coming in at everything. And what is growth? Increasing that profitability by boosting your production capacity, improving your operational efficiency, and training your staffs, including yourself. You train yourself. What do I know about this product? You see people telling you, oh, this man has gone to travel to China, this and that. It's not because they want to. There might be new products they don't understand fully. There might be new things they don't understand fully. They want to have more knowledge. So, knowledge is one thing you must continuously seek. And as you are getting it, you are laying it down to others to receive. So, as you are getting it as the head, you are teaching your subordinates. Oh, this is our product. This is what it does. This is what it does. It helps you boost your market potential. So when somebody comes into your shop, I am assuming that we already know we have a business. I don't know. I'm just making an analogy. I'm making an example. When somebody comes into your shop, the way your staff, the way your boys, your girls are able to attend to that person gives them the confidence that is in the right place. No matter the business you do, even if it is about sweeping, the way they hold the broom, you will teach them hold this broom professionally. So that when person is passing, they will be amazed that is this how to hold a broom? I didn't know. I thought you need to go back to bend totally. It's bringing in professionalism. No matter the business you are, you must give yourself that room to grow and learn. That's why the English word is word learn and unlearn. So that more can come in. And the one I love the most, digital expansion. Today, this is the world carrying us. About 10, 15 years ago, we never thought of AI. In fact, you will mention AI, everybody is scared. AI, that one will take away jobs. That one will do this, that one will do that. But what is it helping doing now? It's helping us to think, it's helping us to expand. So, in your own line of business, in anything you do, be open to research, be open to how to use the internet. And doctor was mentioning that a lot of us carrying phones, which you can easily check. I'll give you a practical example of my own case. A week ago, I had my car, what do you call this, roller. I've forgotten it again, but forgive me, I'm not a mechanic. There's this rope, fan belt. My fan belt got caught. So I was like, it's a normal thing now. Fan belt now, fan belt now. Fan belt not different. So I just asked my mechanic, is it not normal fan belt? He said, no, I'll go buy a normal fan belt too. Your own, he called one number for me. I said, they get number again. Now, wow. So I went to the seller, and the seller smiled at me. Luckily, when you have sellers that know what they are doing, that's why we are doing this today. She smiled and said, no, hold on, calm down. How does your engine look like? They have different sizes. She now brought the whole rope for me to see. I was confused. I just asked myself, come, why am I confused? We have what? AI. So I just typed in my car and asked, fan belt for so car. And the thing gave me exactly what I was looking for. So you cannot undermine the power of digital expansion in your business. You must even inculcate it into your business plan. How do I move forward? What do I do? What are the likely pitfalls which we will be discussing in this paper? Then the next thing is customer retention focus. We've been talking, it's all about who. All this your plan, you're waking up, you're thinking, you're writing, it's all about who. That's the person. And that's why the people in service have told us that who is the king? And we use it loosely. Customer remains the king because it's the reason why you are in business. That is the more reason why you wake up. You could have decided to go to sleep, but when Yatunde calls in the morning, hey, tí ṣọ́ọ̀bù ni, kí lẹ̀ ń ṣe? You start running. It's not for any other thing. You could have told the Yatunde, please, ẹ wẹ̀ fi mí lẹ̀. But you don't want to lose customer. You are making profit because of customer. So whatever you are doing, you must have that at the back of your mind, that the whole essence of what we are talking about is that guy, that customer. Why you are looking for digital expansion is because of the customer. So it tells you where you should go. And all you should be thinking of are the things that will make this person comfortable. Like I told you earlier, that an Igbo man, rather than let you go, he will give you a chair and say, sit down. Customers retention. It's all about the strategies you should not have to have. In fact, if you don't have anything in mind, the first thing you should put in mind is that customers retention. And that's why we always say one word, that you don't need to be rude or impolite to your customers. There's a way you tell some customers, go to hell. They will be so happy to ask you, show me the way. It's the way you retain them and what you do for them. I am sure some of us have been frustrated at one place or the other, but you cannot go. You sometimes will leave and begin to ask yourself, I can get this thing somewhere else now. But because of that way that person attends to you, the way he does everything for you, you are retained. And that is what we are all after. Again, sir. Sorry, I should have even be projecting my phone. Let me project from my phone. So I'm going to skip growth because we've talked about growth and we already know growth. So what are the challenges of business or the challenges of business growth? And we start with what? Financial constraints. That's the fear of every one of us here. That is why we think, if I don't quit, if not be one thing, my money never completes. If I don't stop, if not be one thing, financial constraints. And luckily enough, doctor have spoken to us about it. My auntie here has spoken to us about it. It is not until you gather everything or you begin to look at it that, oh, the next product, you can outsource. If you have a business idea, who says you cannot pitch to somebody else and say, look, oh, see my idea. I don't know whether you have an interest in it. People sell their business ideas and make millions from it. So do not let financial constraints hold you back or begin to think, oh, I am already in this position. I cannot grow. No. As much as it is a disadvantage, we can make it to our own advantage. Another word we very familiar with in growth, like I told you, your staffing, hiring the right people is one of the pitfalls. But don't let it also be a constraint. You must train and train. How do you get the best out of your workers? A college professor once told us why we went to school, and it was sounded funny. Do you know why you're employed in some places? You begin to wonder that some organizations will take somebody that read environmental sciences. Some will take uh, even criminology that has no relationship, that has nothing. It's because you have gotten the first step right. And what is that first step? You have learned. So if they give you something else, you can't learn it. True or false? And that is what you must do to your staffs. Once you get them, train them, let them know. Even yourself, you are still a staff. You are not above them. A lot of us know Dangote was not much as educated as the people he has employed. But he has college professors, PhD holders that are working for him. Won't you equate him to that same PhD holder? What is the difference? So don't look at or take it that, oh, this is my disadvantage. I am not knowledge in this field. No, you don't need to be. Hire people that have understanding in it. Let them explain to you how it works. You too, research, which is the digital part we have talked about. Everything you can learn online now. You don't even need to go to a classroom. That's why we have virtual studies here and there. Certificates you can get to equip yourself. Market and customer acquisitions. You can see that customer is still the same thing that we are talking about. These are the challenges to what businesses. So once you begin to understand how you can maneuver, definitely you will grow. Definitely you're going to see exponential growth in your business. Operational limitations. And what are the major operational limitations we usually see? Scaling operational capacity, technology, and management structures. For us as banks, there's something we always talk about, management structure. If you see any bank or you go to any bank, they will tell you, oh, we're talking about the character. What are they really talking about? The management structure. And that is why you must be a master of your trade. You must know about your business. You must be able to talk into that business. Hire the right people. Train them if they are not. Let them see your vision. Let them understand your mission. And you will get there. Regulatory orders is another word that we are going to meet. Regulatory is everywhere, every climate, every business face regulatory orders. So you must prepare yourself. And how do you prepare? You must be able to understand the terrain where you You do your business. You must be able to understand the laws. Like now we are having the new tax law, which pertains to every one of us. I am sure you've been wondering, oh, how does this thing affect my business? Do you stop? Do you, because of, oh, this 2026, we are doing a new tax law, you stop the business? Hell no. That is why you plan for it. You begin to prepare yourself. You train